Shalom Akim, Shalom Akwathium. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakak Radash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I'm sure by now many of you beloved brothers and sisters have come across this video here, and truer words could not have been spoken. What does it state in the caption? Deacon Ayathon is going off. Only the elect will be delivered. If I was a member of IUIC, you should start asking your leaders some very hard questions. And why is that? The scriptures tells us a little leaven leavened the whole lump. In this group here, this organization, they consistently and perpetually go off. There's some new sort of turn or twist in the doctrine. The doctrine is full of holes, man. It's likened unto Swiss cheese. And this is an organization that do not teach you the correct name of our Heavenly Father, which is Yahweh, nor do they teach the name Yahawashi, all right? Yeah, they make mention of it every now and again, but they do it in a mocking fashion. They push the vibration on you of Jesus Christ, and you will not be delivered calling on that name. But nevertheless, let's get right into this. And per usual, I'll chime in momentarily.
Isaiah 11 verse 11.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 11 and verse 11.
One verse can say so many things. Watch this.
And it shall come to pass in that day,
In the end of times, go ahead.
that the Lord shall set his hand again the second
The
time.
Lord will set his hand again the second time to recover all 12 tribes like he did out of Egypt. He saved all 12 tribes out of Egypt. He's going to do it again. That's why it says a second time, because there was no other time before that. But in between, Israel was split and divided. He saved all 12. He spared 3 when the northern kingdom got destroyed and scattered abroad. So this second time is referring to the last days, the time we're in now. We're approaching that time now where God will deliver us as a whole the second time.
Now, let's come out of this. And if you hadn't watched that video, I recommend you watch it and subscribe to the channel so to be edified. Now, how do we know that the Lord is not going to save the entire house of Israel and only the elect, which is the remnant, is going to be saved? Let's start here in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 30 through 31. Because the scriptures tells us, number one, we're defenders of the gospel and to prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. All right, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 30 through 31. And it reads, then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven, and all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven. And the clouds of heaven, of course, we know by now, are what the world ignorantly call the UFOs. But scripturally, they refer to the chariots of Israel, and only Israelites are going to be on the chariots of Israel, coming with the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Here's the point, verse 31. And he will send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they will gather together his elect from the 4 winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now, who is the elect? Isaiah chapter 42 verse 1. His elect are the children of Israel. Isaiah chapter 45 verse 4. Again, the elect are the children of Israel right now, but it's only dealing with a specific group, 1/3 of the house of Israel, not the entire house. All right, let's come out of this here. Let's go from another precept to another. This is Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 14. It reads, turn back bear with me, pardon me. Turn, O backslidden children, saith the Lord. And the Lord in all caps is Yahweh, for I am married unto you. Listen to what it says here. I will take you 1 of a city and 2 of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. Let's come from here, right? Remember the Lord said 1 from a city, 2 from a family. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 21. And it reads, and I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of a cluster and a plant of a great people. Now I have a photo queued up for you. You see this here? This is a huge cluster or multiple clusters of grapes. All right. That 1/3 is a grape, 1 grape out of this huge bundle of a cluster. The Lord is going to throw the rest of the house of Israel away. Remember, he said he's going to take 1 of a city and 2 of a family, a grape of a cluster. Does that sound like the entire house of Israel? Absolutely not. Let's come out of this here, right? Let's continue on. Let's go from there to I want to pull up this parable, right? In Matthew chapter 24, verse 38 through 42, right? Just proving all things. It tells us this. For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking and marriage and giving in marriage. The same thing they're doing now, up until the day Noah entered the ark. Verse 39, and they knew nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them all away. This is how it will be at the time of the coming of the Son of Man. Listen to what it tells us here. 2 men will be in the field. One will be taken and the other left. 2 women will be grinding at the mill. One will be taken and the other left. Does that sound like the entire house of Israel? No, that's the Lord being selective, choosing what? A grape of a cluster. Verse 42 is the point. Therefore keep watch, because you do not know what day your Lord will come. Simple, easy. Let's come out of this here, right? Let's go to the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8 through 9. It tells us this, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein will be cut off and die. That's the 2/3, all right? And I will bring the 3rd part, the 1/3, through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is retried, as Salakia, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name. We're going to call on the correct name. We're not going to be calling on Most High and Christ blessed. We're not going to be calling on Jesus Christ. We're going to be saying Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakwadash, man. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people. And they will say, the Lord is our God. Simple, easy. Let's come from here, right? Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 28 through 30, all right? Because the Lord is refining the entire house of Israel, right? Is he not? But some people, some of us, we're being refined. We're becoming perfect. But all of the house of Israel is under the curses. And the rest of the house of Israel that's being refined, only being refined and being hardened unto judgment. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 28 through 30 tells us this. They are all hardened rebels, going about to slander. They are bronze and iron. They all act what? Corruptly. The bellows blow fiercely to burn away the lead with fire. But the refining goes on in vain. The wicked are not purged out. They are called rejected silver, because the Lord has rejected them. 2/3 of the house of Israel, the Lord is rejecting. Let's come from here. And what is the Lord going to do with those that have been rejected, right? The book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 20 tells us this. As silver, copper, iron, and lead and tin are gathered into a furnace to be melted with a fiery blast, so I will gather you in my anger and my wrath and put you inside the city and melt you. Let me read that again in the KJV, right? As they gather silver and bronze, Salakia, and brass and iron and lead into the midst of the furnace to blow fire upon it, to melt it. So I will gather you in my anger, and in my fury I will leave you there and melt you. Does that sound like the entire house of Israel is going to be saved at the second coming of the Lord? Absolutely not. Let me see if I had one more precept pulled up for you. Yes, I did. And that's Romans chapter 9, verse 27. As it states here, Isaiah, which is Isaiah, also cried concerning Israel. Though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Hopefully this quick video was edifying. Shalom.